Greetings, empowered souls. It's Shelly being the Empowered Oracle. I hope you guys are doing well and amazing wherever you are in the world. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. Thank you so much. So I am happy to be back as always. And I was guided here to give you guys a new moon in Cancer energy read. First off, happy birthday, Cancer, my fellow Cancers. Happy summer solstice. Yeah, happy summer solstice. And um, just, yeah, so we're in a new Cancer season. And first off, Cancer zodiac sign, for me personally, that is my sun sign. And it's funny, it's my sun sign in tropical Western astrology, and it's my rising sign in Vedic sidereal astrology. Interesting. But anyway, Cancer also is considered the mother of the 12 zodiac signs, and their opposite sign, which is Capricorn, is considered the father of the zodiac signs. But basically, you know, Cancers are the typically, I would say, are loving, nurturing, protective, sensitive, considerate, extremely intuitive, and even psychic for some people. Um, High emotional intelligence, very shrewd business people. And however, a lot of times Cancer people, not all Cancers, of course, but Cancers are commonly known to a lot of times operate through their emotions, um, and not have enough balance with operating in their emotions and their logic. So that would probably be, if I had to say, what would be one of the biggest challenges for Cancerian people would be that they tend to operate more so by their emotions and feelings. They kind of can tend to allow their emotions and feelings to take over and be the driver in a lot of their decisions and how they handle things and how they react. However, as a collective, especially those of you guys who are my subscribers, I feel like a lot of you guys are also extremely intuitive and light workers, or very highly divinely connected to source and have these divine special gifts. As you've been going through like maybe a healing process, a healing journey, and you're discovering the art of balance and the art of detachment. So I say all that to say that although Cancers are, you know, they are considered like the nurturing, the nurturers of the zodiac signs, which a lot of times also too, because of that, a lot of their kindness and a lot of their nurturing qualities can a lot of times be mistaken for weakness, which is not the case at all. And a lot of times people can take those qualities as a sign of weakness and take that, you know, take advantage of that. But as a collective, I do feel like even with Cancerians, the Cancerian collective is coming into an energy of really being more cognizant of how they respond to things and situations, and they are a lot more in control of their emotions and are creating a healthier balance between their emotions and between their logic, and being more grounded in their emotions. So I think that's a great thing, especially as the universe is changing, the energy is changing, there's an energetic shift that's going on. So I say all that to say, this is why I felt also called to do a new moon reading in Cancer, because Cancer really is like the the foundation of feelings, emotions, deep thoughts, deep feelings. You know, they go deep. So let's tap in and see what messages you guys have as a collective whole. I will tell you though, right off the break, that before even this reading, I was getting energies for the collective that a lot of you guys could be thinking about. You're tapping more into your humanitarian um, energy or curiosity. So, for instance, some of you guys might just feel more and more like you want to do more for the world. You want to do more for humanity. You want to be more in service of humanity. And that can look different ways for people. This could be, you know, just maybe volunteering at different places, volunteering at maybe DV homes in centers. This could be, well, let me just say domestic violence, because I'm not sure if that's, I don't think I cannot say that. I don't know. I can't keep up with YouTube rules if they're always changing. But in any case, they could be, you guys could be wanting to do more volunteering in volunteering at animal shelters, working with children, volunteering, working with children at schools, helping, volunteering, working for the, helping, volunteering for the elderly. Just different ways that I feel like some of you guys are trying to really utilize your skill set and your humanity qualities or your human qualities, and put that in good service towards humanity and towards the collective and towards the world, period. As if you want to somehow use your gifts to contribute to sending more love into the world, more light into the world, you know, being on that energy frequency, because that's also very much a healing energy as well. So I feel like a lot of you guys might be wanting to do that. Also, too, I feel like a lot of you guys are wanting to get into the energy, well, are getting into the energy of really accepting the fact that you want to do things that you enjoy. Even when it comes to careers, you guys might be wanting to look into careers or work or jobs where you are really wanting to do things that are meaningful, purposeful, emotionally fulfilling. I mean, not just, it's not about just the paycheck. It's more so, I feel like on a collective level, you guys are more focused on what is this job going to bring me emotionally? You know, you're looking for that intrinsic value instead of that extrinsic value. So you're looking for jobs and careers that are just going to bring you more purpose, bring you more happiness, and something that aligns with who you are on a spiritual level. Jobs and things and careers that align with who you are as not only as a human being, but a spiritual being as well. So I feel like that's what you guys are also going to be looking into. But let's see what the cards are saying and dig a little deeper into what divine source creator and divine spirit and your spirit guides and archangels have to say regarding the new moon energies in Cancer season. Okay. Most High Divine Mother, Father, Holy Spirit, divine source creator, what energy message do you have for the collective at this time during this new moon, this upcoming new moon in a Cancer season? Please and thank you. What energy messages do you have for the collective, divine spirit, for this upcoming new moon in energy? This new moon energy in Cancer collective, or Cancer season. Okay. So we have rest and rejuvenation, and a woman holding a heart. So rest and rejuvenation came out sideways, as did woman holding a heart. So for me, these are energies that are speaking to you guys are going to be during this new moon energy in Cancer season. This is going to be a time of reflection and just chilling and allowing things to come to you. You don't have to at this time be aggressive in your pursuits. It's not to say not to do anything in terms of if there's certain actions that you need to take. Of course, use your intuition, but the strongest energy that I'm getting for the collective, guys, is that with rest and rejuvenation, this is something where you guys are going to be feeling more in the energy of wanting to kind of just chill and allow things to unfold naturally instead of trying to make things unfold by trying to control a situation. And that's definitely what you're being asked to do as a collective, is to rest and rejuvenate and to just chill and sit back and allow certain things to transpire on their own and rest and think and enjoy what you're doing, enjoy where you are, and enjoy just sitting in front of the TV and just on the couch. Enjoy just being out in the sun. I feel like this is a time period where you're being asked, collective, to really definitely be in the present moment. Be in the present moment without any pressures, without any stress, and just bask. Thank you, Spirit. Bask in the energy right now in this new moon in Cancer. Okay, that's coming up. And I think this is next week, June 25th, which is Wednesday, I believe. Okay. And with Women Holding a Heart, which is card number 44, it's also asking you guys to not only bask in this rest and rejuvenation energy, but it's also asking you to go with what's in your heart. And when we're talking about going with what's in your heart space, we're talking about how you feel. And again, this talks about that Cancer energy, you know, and it's interesting too, because Women Holding a Heart, for me, as an intuitive reader and what I'm channeling, to me, this card right here is like the equivalent of the Queen of Cups, which is Cancer energy. So getting into your heart space as well, getting into your heart space during this new moon energy. So I don't feel like whatever action that you may feel like being called to take, collective, I do feel like it's more towards taking action towards things that are heart driven, not stress driven, not anxiety driven, not and definitely not fear driven. Okay. Because I think a lot of times too, as human beings, a lot of times we have gotten the feeling of our intuition, which is also connected to our heart space. We've gotten confused with the feeling of our heart space intuition and versus fear. A lot of times the two may feel the same or may seem the same, but they're not. What you feel is definitely connected to your heart space. How does your body feel? How do you feel intuitively? How do you feel instinctively? What is your gut telling you? That's coming from your intuition. That's coming from your heart space. So whatever actions you are being called to take during this time, collective, is definitely connected to whatever it is that your heart is calling you to do. Whatever it is that your heart is calling for you to feel. Okay? While you're in this rest and relaxation. Well, rest and rejuvenation. All right. So what else do we have, Divine Spirit? What else do you want the collective to know during this upcoming new moon energy in Cancer? New moon is a new moon, a new day, new opportunities, new beginnings, new path. new pathways, new healing. Okay, I'm going to I take these, this particular tarot deck, I take only in the upright. So let's see what comes out for you guys, for collective. Most High Divine Source Creator, Divine Spirit, what other messages do you have for the collective at this time for the upcoming new moon energy in Cancer? What else do you want the collective to know at this time? Please and thank you. What else do you want the collective to know, Divine Spirit, for this new moon in Cancer energy? Which this energy also, too, guys, can be up to 2 weeks to, I guess, about a month. So 2 weeks to 30 days. Yeah, 7 of Earth talks about planting your seeds, investing, and having the patience and assessment. Again, with this rest and rejuvenation and the 7 of Pentacles, it's also asking you guys, it's basically kind of reiterating the same message, but with the twist. The twist is, this is also talking about taking the time out to assess, to think, to feel where you are right now, where you're at in that present moment, in any aspect of your life. But it's also talking about, this is a time to even think about and assess what kind of seeds you want to plant for the near future, or what seeds have you been planting? What kinds of things are you trying to manifest? What kinds of things do you want to manifest? So what type of seeds do you want to plant that you want to see come to fruition in the near future? Okay, so that's 7 of Earth energy. What else? And you have to go within your heart space to know those things. That's why we have women holding the heart. Okay. And just because it's a woman holding the heart, this is not gender specific at all. Boom. Again, it's reiterating the Hermit. Go within. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for just continuing to confirm. Thank you. Introspection, self-discovery. And some of this energy too, guys, could be where maybe with this energy too, the Divine Spirit is encouraging you to maybe reach out to someone, a mentor, someone who you look up to, or someone who can help you in some way, shape, or form. If you're trying to figure out something, if you're trying to figure out a next step, if you need help with maybe someone putting you on the right path to something, or turning you in the right direction to something. That also is what this Hermit card is speaking about. But it's definitely the biggest energy I'm getting from this Hermit card is to be in Hermit mode. Not necessarily cutting yourself off from the world, no, but it's definitely making sure that you take time out to go within, to self-care, to reassess where you are, as I said, and to be in the present moment and just assess, go within to see where you are right now in your life. And this could be for any aspect of your life. Where are you with your finances? Where are you with your health? Where are you with your relationships with people? And this could be family, friends, lovers, co-workers. Where are you with your career? Where are you with your jobs? Where are you with your relationship to your animals? Where are you in relationship to yourself? Who you want to be, who you strive to be, who you are in this present moment. Okay. Hold on, guys. Okay, sorry about that. Any other messages for collective Divine Spirit regarding this new moon energy in Cancer season, or in Cancer? Please and thank you. What other messages, Divine Spirit, do you have for the collective at this time for the upcoming new moon energy in Cancer? Please and thank you. Oh, and I saw that Three of Air wanting to come out, like the Three of Swords. Mm-hmm. The Moon. Wow. This also, for some folks, could be considered a Cancer card as well. This is the Moon energy. The Moon just talks about revelation, talks about intuition, it talks about illusion. I'm getting more heavy intuition and illusion more than anything else right now, especially intuition. So again, this is spirit. I feel like confirming or reiterating what I mentioned about your heart space, and your heart space being the portal. You know, yes, you have your third eye, but your heart space is really where your inner compass sits, your inner guidance, your higher self, your also connection to divine source and divine spirit. So you're being asked to really pay attention to your intuition. Remember, intuition is how you feel, what you're feeling, not what you think. How do you feel? What are you thinking? And also, too, listen to your physical body. Your intuition will also talk to you through your physical body as well. So what is your body saying? What is your body feeling? Anything else for the collective at this time? What else do they need to know, Divine Spirit, as we go into new moon energy and Cancer? What else do you want the collective to know? Okay, we have Five of Earth. Okay, we have Five of Earth, which talks about lack, worry. So some of you guys might have been or have been in this lack mentality or worry, or this also could be health. This also could be a feeling of things not working out. And this could be in any area of your life. It doesn't have to be relationships. It doesn't have to be, it could be any area of your life where you feel like there's a lack, where you feel there's a worry, there's some type of worry of maybe not getting what you want, not maybe getting what you're asking for or what you've been asking for. For some of you guys, maybe you all have been feeling or will be coming out of this Five of Earth energy where you felt like there's some type of despair, a very poverty minded energy that some of you guys may have been in for a while. I feel like you guys are coming out of that. And as I said, maybe I'm also getting that some of you guys could be wondering if you need to reach out to someone for help, whether it is financial help, mental help, emotional help, career help, medical help. That's what I'm getting for some of you guys. Whatever it is that you guys have been going through, though, I will say this. I do feel like you are coming out of that. You're going into a new season where this lack mentality or this poverty mindset or some type of despair. I keep getting that word. Some type of despair that you guys may have been going through. I do feel like you guys, starting with the new moon in Cancer, which is next week, I do feel like you guys are going into a new season of leaving this behind. Okay? I do feel like a lot of you guys are leaving that season behind. Things will be looking up for a lot of you all. Okay. I don't want to make this too long. Let me have a last Angel Tarot card for the collective divine spirit regarding the upcoming new moon in Cancer. Please and thank you, Holy Spirit. What's the last card for? Oh, I like this. Okay, so we have Awakening, which is card number 12. Talks about a pause. Again, it's very, Divine Spirit keeps reiterating this. This is a very strong message that Divine Spirit is giving to the collective, to pause, to go into hermit mode, to be still, to chill. Says pause, perspective, and selflessness. Exactly. And there's an awakening that you guys are going to be in as well. This awakening is part of a new season that you guys are going into, starting with Cancer season, starting with the new moon in Cancer. There's a new awakening. And there is the selflessness. I talked about how some of you guys may feel like you want to volunteer, or you may just want to tap more into your humanitarian side. That's part of being selfless. Okay. So you guys are really tapping into your selflessness, and you're having a new perspective, and you're also taking time out to pause. I mean, this reading couldn't be any more straightforward, and it's very strongly emphasized where there's a theme of needing to chill, rest, pause, go into hermit mode, reassess, reflect where you are in the present moment in any area of your life. There's nothing that you have to aggressively go after at this moment in time. Allow things to transpire and come to you. And you're coming out of this 5 of Earth slowly but surely. And at the bottom, I couldn't help but I was guided to this Empress card at the bottom. Creation, abundance, and then action. Creation, abundance, and then action. Because once you go through this period, guys, in this new moon in Cancer energy, once you go through this period of kind of just chilling, reassessing, going within, listening to your heart, which is listening to your intuition, and allowing yourself to rest, and allowing yourself to be on pause, and allowing yourself to really assess where you are in your life and at the present moment, and what seeds you want to specifically plant for the near future. This taps into your creative side for those of you guys who may have been stagnant for a while. And then you're getting the abundance. And the abundance doesn't have to be monetary, guys. Abundance can look so many different beautiful ways other than money. And then action. The action here is talking about things are going to start moving again. Things are going to start picking up again. So really, Divine Spirit is also basically saying to you as well, guys, is to utilize this time, take advantage of this downtime to chill. Because when you've planted your seeds, and when you do this for yourself, you're allowing the universe to bring you the blessings. You're allowing things to manifest the way they should. And then things are going to be starting to pick up again. And you're going to want to have that mental, emotional, and physical energy to be able to keep up with some of the things that are coming down the pike. All right. I like that energy. I like that energy, guys. Last but not least, let me get a remember who you are. Remember your divinity message for the collective divine spirit. I love these beautiful cards. Well, I love all my cards, but this deck is definitely one of my favorites. Holy Divine Spirit, as we close out for the collective reading, what message do you have for the collective at this time regarding remembering their divinity? As we close out, what message do you have for the collective divine spirit regarding remembering their divinity? What message do they need to hear at this time? Please and thank you. I figured 2 would come out. Okay. All right. So, boom, we have card number 39. 39 could be significant to you guys, which also reduces to number 12, which also reduces to number 3. It says, burial. You have been planted. And it's interesting. I talked about seeds being planted. Okay. It says, you have been planted. And I want to specifically read that message. This is one of my newer card decks, but it's so beautiful. I love the artistry on it. Okay, so the specific message for you guys is, imagine a ceiling fan that has been spinning at top speed for years and years. Once that fan stops, the dust, dirt, bugs, and caked on grime is visible. The fan was spinning so fast you never had a chance to notice how dirty it actually was, much less stop and clean its blades. Have you kept busy or become obsessed with your work or accomplishments so that you conveniently don't have the time to notice or process your trauma? It's time to power down. It's time to rest. It's time to rest. It's time to remove the dust, dirt, debris, but you can't clean a spinning fan. The first step is to stop and rest so you can see what you need to see. You have been a vessel for others' voices for so long, dwelling in the dissonance of an echo chamber, not of your own making. The time has come to burrow into a cave, to hibernate, which talks about going into hermit mode, to drown out the other voices, the sensory input, the decision making, the needs of others for another day. You are so used to emptying yourself for others that you have no idea how to sit in your own stillness. It is in this dark, soundproofed void that you can begin to stabilize, rooting the new, healthy behavior and thought patterns that you are establishing. Wow. Oh, I'm sorry. I had the I had the card turned away the whole time. Sorry about that. Wow. If that isn't the message that is basically reiterating everything that I just talked about, Spirit, come through. Thank you. Thank you. This is a heavy, strong message for the collective at this time, guys. Okay. And then we have card number 15. 15 could be relevant to you guys, which reduces to number 6. It says, mourn. Grief is a path to your purpose. Exactly. So in this first card, it mentioned some of the collective, some of you guys maybe not having time to process your trauma as you should, as you need to. And part of processing your trauma, whatever that may be, because it's different for everybody, part of processing your trauma is allowing yourself to grieve, okay, for however long you need to. Okay, so it says again, mourn. Grief is a path to your purpose. I'm going to read this last message and then we close out. Okay, so this message specifically says, all right, it says, if you are scared of what lies in those dark cracks, find the courage to look inside. There are dark places that teem with both decay and life. Turn over the rocks, look between the cracks, find the parts of you that aren't as easy to look at. And don't look away. Take that knowledge and share it. Expose it to light. Integrate it into your being. The story of how you found your grief and used it to point you in the direction of your purpose will serve as the guiding post for others. How you care for and dress your wounds and ultimately heal your wounds can serve as the field guide for people who suffer in silence. Wow. But first, you must mourn what has happened in order to clear the path for that to happen. Support is all around you, and one day you will be the support. So I feel like both of these cards, in terms of remembering your divinity, remembering who you are on a divine level, they both pretty much are saying the same thing. So again, there's a strong emphasis that divine spirit is giving to the collective at this time to not only chill, rest, and relax, go in your heart space, think about the seeds you want to plant, and think about the present moment where you are in every aspect of your life. But it's also talking about, while we're in this season, at this moment, ask yourself or look to see within, have you grieved the way you needed to grieve? Is there still some grief left that you might be ignoring or forgetting about or running away from? Okay. So that is definitely a huge blocker in terms of our blessings being allowed to come in and being able to manifest exactly what we want. That could be a huge blocker, is not allowing ourselves to feel what we need to feel, not allowing ourselves to go into our heart space. Okay, so these are your messages collective that I have for the upcoming new moon energy in Cancer. Some of you guys may have started going through this, but I feel like it's going to be a bit of an uptick as we go into that new moon energy next week. And as I said, for some of this energy, it could be from 2 weeks up to maybe 30 days. All right. So just keep that in mind. And as always, guys, I hope that these messages resonated and that they served you well in some way, shape, or form. And until the next upload, as always, be well and be at peace. Ashe.